Everyone does.
Oh shit.
What?
Sorry, I was just talking to Sam.
Oh.
Da, 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 da. Hey, welcome. That was a nice intro, actually, for one. Welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the tea in reality usually, but you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. I say something gay. Gay. We're drinking crack tea because what else is new? It's happening. This is my last bit of my peach mango green tea lemonade. I will have to make another one, and I'm very sad. And I might just make this one again, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Hi. I'm Lewis. I'm a canny laddie from Manny. And I'm excited to talk about the better half of the better semi-final today.
That's a good way to put it. Hi, I'm Aneesa Long, also known as Sam DMV, also known as Sam de Monteverde, your fellow-friendly 5'3" trans non-binary Filipino-Canadian mentally unstable hot mess hailing all the way from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Scarborough if you want to be specific, whole burn if you want to be more specific than that. And today, actually, in my lovely The Cup mug.
I don't have the link up. It'll be
If I can, let me move that back again.
I'll find
Oh,
it.
that's cute. Look at you.
Oh my god.
Look at you with your canned bits.
Yes, canned bits. I have orange juice. I haven't drank orange juice on the pod in a while.
Good.
Well, feel free to get yourself one. Link will be in the description below.
You don't want scurvy?
I had a clever intro and I've forgotten it. My name is Eris. I'm your punk rock hairy fairy from York, and my attitude's not the only thing that's positive. Oh, I remembered. I remember what I was going to say. Reminding you to get your shots against the coronavirus.
Did it get you?
No, Cronella is in Granella Shati.
Oh.
You know what would have been a little bit funnier if you had said the Cornelia virus. That would have been a bit more clever.
I saw someone call Granella on the Unavoce.
No. I got it. My sister's Corona.
And
who are you?
Who are you?
Hi y'all. My name is Migs. I also go by Miguel, but I like Migs better.
Ew.
My pronouns are he, him. I'm also known as the Weird Hat Kid, or Hat Kid for short. And I'm also from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, more specifically Scarborough. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. First time here.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder
why you're from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Scarborough. If you want to be specific, Burn. If you want to be more specific than that,
just where I was born.
Wow, it's almost
crazy. Small world.
Also born
Small
there.
World. Yeah.
They're twins.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know. They're twins.
For anyone listening on Spotify.
No.
And for anyone who's not familiar with us either.
Yeah.
No, but twins look alike, and I don't see it.
I thought you said twinks then, and I was deeply confused.
I mean, that's also true.
I mean, does that make me and Lewis the other pair of twins?
Yes.
Me and Eris do not look alike.
And I'm the American. Sadly.
I was gonna say before and after pic. Hello.
That's true.
Who's the before and who's the after?
That's up to interpretation.
Jesus.
I'm a Manchester A. I'll have you know. I am a Manchester A and a Doncaster 11.
And an American -2.
God, don't. We're not doing that.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, I'm so happy to be here with our two sets of twins today to discuss the second half.
I've got another set of twins right here.
Stop it. Oh god, this is going to be interesting. We're here talking about the second half of semifinal 1 of the Eurovision Song Contest 2023 in Liverpool. So we have already talked about the first half of the semi. Go watch that. I know how to do end cards now. I do that frequently. But we are here talking about the second half. We have a running order now, so we're going to talk about them in running order, because when we filmed the last one, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
So today we are going to be talking about Switzerland, Israel, Moldova, Sweden, Azerbaijan, Czechia, Netherlands, Finland, as well as our one Big Five country that we're going to be discussing this episode, which
Big
is
Six.
Italy.
Big Five plus Ukraine.
Nice.
Big Five in the host. So Big Six. But whatever. Anyway. Shall we go for it?
Let's dive right in.
Moldova.
There's Canadians here. I had to make the reference. Anyway. We are going to start with Switzerland. The artist is Remo. The song is Watergun. Sam, let's take a listen.
We're going to hope this works.
That was a snippet, a less crunchy snippet, thank you, Sam, of Remo Ferrer's Watergun, representing Switzerland, 8th in the running order for semifinal 1 of Eurovision 2023 in Liverpool.
Liverpool. Where my liver will be in a pool by the end.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I really like this.
I love this song.
I was gonna say, listening to this song in headphones was crazy.
An experience.
Oh. He does not have the face for that voice.
Oh, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No, I was very, very taken back when I heard the voice. This is a grower. I think, like, at first it felt very, I don't know, it felt fine, and then the more times I listen to it, the more I'm loving it.
I definitely feel that. So I do want to point out as well, among the songwriters on this song, we have Ashley Hicklin, who has been a part of writing such entries as River from last year for Poland, Austria's Amen in 2021, as well as Run with the Lions from Lithuania 2019. And one of the other songwriters is Nicolai Tribulek. I'm saying the name wrong. Who has his only songwriting credits at the Eurovision Song Contest include Friend of a Friend from Czechia, River, and Solo by...
Oh man, Remo's writers aren't the winners, are they?
I will also say that Switzerland has announced their stage director. They are going
Robert
with...
Paquelin.
No, if you would shut up, I could tell you. They are being directed by Sacha Jean-Baptiste, one of the more famous stage directors who has done such things as Not the Same for Sheldon Riley. He has done Switzerland for the last 3 contests, Boys Do Cry, De l'Univers, and She Got Me in 2019. The credits are just crazy. Karma, Je me casse, Voices, Replay, Too Late for Love, We Got Love, Fuego, Beautiful Mess, Love Wave, Warrior 2015. This man.
Okay.
Sasha Colby is such a good stage director.
Damn.
Say what you want about Boys Do Cry, but that staging was incredible.
The staging is what qualified him, and I think honestly, the staging is what's going to help Remo qualify this year as well.
I don't remember anything about the staging from that. But then again, I think Boys Don't Cry was actually my toilet break last year, so that's probably why.
You did not like it, so that...
I still don't. He should have kept his shoes on.
Yeah, I do agree.
I do agree. It was the broken heart on the eyes.
Oh God. It's fine. We'll be talking about Sacha Jean-Baptiste actually in another entry because he is also doing another entry this year. One you may not expect.
Oh.
But we'll talk about that in a later video. No, I really enjoy this song. Of the four, I finally have it right. 4 male ballads this year. Of everybody here, who would be the 4? This might be my favorite. I don't know. I go back and forth between 2. Actually, both we will discuss in this episode. But I do really enjoy this song. Like Lewis said, his voice does not match the way that he looks, and I do really enjoy that. He was on The Voice of Switzerland as well. I don't remember how he did. But this song is it's really well done. It's simple. It doesn't have the most substance in the world, but I think what is presented is very, very polished and well done. The music video is really fun. I think if they take aspects of the music video and really incorporate that into the staging, which I think Sacha Jean-Baptiste will do, I think it'll make for a very successful
Completely.
entry.
Yeah.
Get all those like sparky fireworks and throw them in there.
I'm saying bring the pyro. I think that would
Bring the pyro.
really.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Liverpool stage has.
Does that not hurt?
What?
Like all those like sparks in your. Does that not hurt?
Well, that's CGI'd, but sure.
Oh, I thought he legit like had
No,
all
so
those
the way
fireworks.
I
in
don't
his
know
face.
exactly how they did it, but what they probably did is they probably filmed him in front of a green screen and then had the pyro, and they're not like he's not like right next to it, but you can edit it to where it looks like
Right.
Mhm. I think like this song is like one of those songs which I'd be very like excited to see live, whether it's done the regular way as it's done in the recording, or even as an acoustic version where you can either have like a guitar or preferably just like in the recording, just a piano, because that
the
would add a
piano.
lot more vulnerability and more intimacy with a song that's already so emotional.
The piano
And I think the
Wrapped
piano
everything up
just
for me.
like definitely adds a lot to it.
completely, yeah. Like it was cute at the start. It was when like they wrapped it up with the piano, the same bit at the that they had at the start. At the end, it was like I don't know. It was just cherry on top. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it was a very very cute ending. Woo.
Sorry,
So, yeah,
back
I'm-
to the staging idea. I feel like it would be so camp if they just had like the floating rocks all over the stage.
Can we
Floating
have a
rocks.
floating rock? Can we have a floating rock a la Blas Canto?
I'm thinking Blas Canto too.
Like I would
The big ass
Love-
moon.
the big ass moon. I would love that. I think it'd be so stupid, but I'd love that. Yeah. Any other thoughts on Watergun before we move on?
I think it's a lovely song, and I have fallen asleep listening to it in the car many a times.
Good.
I also love his vocal runs.
Is also yeah.
Yeah, we know he's gonna have a great live vocal. I will say I am a little concerned, just because he is in a very strong semifinal. I'm not saying this song isn't strong by any means, but I'm worried.
This is the
Yeah.
bloodbath.
Yeah, compared to other people.
Bloodbath.
I think we will be losing most of the first half, though.
Yeah.
I would tend to agree with you on that.
Yes.
I would hope so.
Yeah. So let's move on. Next up in the running order is Israel. The artist is Noah Kirel, who I believe was the first artist announced this year.
She
Like,
was.
all the
She
way
was.
back in like September. We knew she was coming. One of the last songs we did get this year. The song is Unicorn. Sam, let's take a listen. That was a snippet of Unicorn by Noah Kirel, representing Israel at the Eurovision Song Contest 2023. I'm not going to do that every time, but
Damn, she went from actually, you know what, I'm not gonna make that joke.
Probably for the best. She is a co-writer on this song, as well as a couple other people. One songwriter of note is Doron Medali, who has pretty consistently worked with Israel at Eurovision over the last 15 years. Some of the bigger songs that they have worked on include Toy, where they were the composer, lyricist, and stage director, and Golden Boy in 2015, being composer, lyricist, and stage director as well. It is uncertain whether Doron will be the stage director for Israel. That information has not been released yet, but they are a songwriter for this song.
Cute.
She's so cunty. Oh, sorry.
I
I like this track a lot, actually. I didn't like it at first because I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's a little all over the place. But as you listen to it more, it's kind of like organized chaos. Now, if I had any genuine critique, I don't think the dance break is needed. I think that's just trying to coattail off of Slow-Mo's energy from last year, which is a bit silly. I think she could have just done with another feminine al towards the end. I think that would have been really cool. Or just like give us another verse. It's altogether, it's a good song, and if she can perform this well, she's going to get far off the pop star votes.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it's solid. The video is something else, because it's like it's at this like date. We get this like date setting, and like we get a clip. We get the dance break, and then we get her like as a centaur, unicorn kind of thing.
Being feminine all.
Feminine all.
The music video is my least favorite part of this whole experience. And to be honest, I don't love the music video. It feels all over the place. I will say I enjoy this song. It's not my favorite, if I'm being honest. It really feels like they were trying to make the next Slow-Mo. And we saw a lot of that in the national selection season. And it feels too forced in a way. Like I don't really know how to describe it. I enjoy the song. I just think it's doing a little bit too much for me, where like you have the feminine out part, and that's great and lovely. It feels like a couple of different songs mashed together, and that's not the first time I have that critique this year. I'll bring that up again in a future video, but I don't know. It's good. I think this will qualify. I think it's got a pretty safe shot at qualification. I don't know. It's just not my favorite, but I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's got. I think ever since like Noah Kirel was kind of announced, like it was relatively high in the betting odds, despite the whole song not being released yet.
Yeah.
I also do remember at one point, the one part we all know that the catchiest part, basically the feminine all, was leaked before the song came out, and I remember seeing tweets being like, "Is this what is this Israel's song?" And people being like, "Oh yeah, it's kind of trash if that's what it's gonna be."
I remember. So we got this as a clip, and then we also got. I remember the leak about Austria. We'll talk about.
Oh, I remember the leak about Austria.
We'll talk about Edgar Allan Poe in a future video, but. And I just remember the fandom just being like, what the fuck is this? These are trash. And I'm like, okay, no, at the end of the day, you're trash. I will say, Noah is still very high in the odds. Israel is currently 5th in the betting odds. And spoiler for the rest of this video, this is actually one of 4 songs that we will talk about today that are in the top 10 currently in the betting odds at our time of filming.
Right.
So...
Not even this one.
Yeah.
I will say I was very prepared to not take this seriously. It was I didn't hear the leak, but it was a combination of the title unicorn and what we've heard about unicorns already in the national selection.
I was going to say, were you scarred by unicorn vibes?
I was very scarred by unicorn vibes. It was a combination of that and the disappointment I had for Israel last year. So I was prepared not to take this seriously, but this is definitely it's definitely becoming one of my favorites for this year. We've already said this is a very I don't know if it's a very competitive year, but it's a very good year in that a lot of the songs are. I don't know. It feels like a lot of the delegations are stepping up their game.
United Kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on Israel? The song, not the country itself.
So I don't. It's feminine or a mixture between feminine and phenomenal, or is it
Yes.
just phenomenal being mispronounced? Okay.
No, it's an intentional. What is that? Portmanteau? Is that the word?
Portmanteau?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. It's an intentional portmanteau.
It's a ship name.
Cute.
We're moving
Oh my
on.
God.
No,
It's a
I
literal
think
ship
no,
name. Oh, that's crazy.
Well,
Wait, isn't a portmanteau a ship? Or like, you know, when you have to carry a boat to the water, you have to portmanteau it.
no.
No.
Well, Sinan is obsessed with it song. It's all he ever posts.
I'm not.
Like it's unicorn.
Anyway, next song.
I love Sinan. I'll be the
12
one Sinan
points to
fan here.
Moldova.
Next up, we have Moldova. The artist is Pasha Parfeni. Thank God. The song is Soarele si Luna. Sam, let's take a listen. That was a snippet of Soarele și Luna by Daddy Pasha Parfeni, representing Moldova.
That's
he
father to
is-
me.
That's yes. He is the first of, we'll talk about back-to-back artists coming back from the 2012 contest. Pasha did compete in 2012 with the song Lautar, placing 11th in the final. He was also a backup singer and stage director for Moldova's entry the following year, Omie from Aliona Moon, who did also compete in the national selection for Moldova this year. Among composers are Pasha and Andrei Vulpe, and among lyricists include who I believe is his wife, Juliana Parfeni. So the song,
Why?
I believe.
I'm so devastated.
Did you think he was gay?
No, I just thought he was
Right.
Moldovan.
Well, he is.
I was right.
The song's title translates to "The Sun and the Moon," and the whole song is basically a like Moldovan wedding dance song to an extent.
That does
It's-
kind of check out, actually.
I love this song. I love this song.
I didn't like it at first, to be honest. Like when I first heard it, I was like, okay. But then like when I listened to it like throughout like the last 2 days as to like with the rest of the playlist as well, like this song actually like started to grow on me, and like especially because like when I put those headphones on and then I heard like the blending of the vocals, like like, you know, like whenever you hear like a Broadway or like just any kind of choir singing live,
Yes,
it dragged me into that kind of feeling.
sure.
That's what I got from it. And then obviously like you know, you have the whole like, actually no, now that I think about it, it does check out that you say it's kind of like a wedding celebration, because then that's like, you know, everyone chanting. So yeah.
You know, in a way, my mind kind of went towards Shum, now that I think about it too.
Yeah, it's very electro folk.
Electro folk.
It's our ethnic electro folk bop of the year, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
That's been a tradition since 2021 now.
And Ukraine almost had it again, but
Thank you to Solove, Shum, Fulen, Stefania, and now Soarele și Luna.
is this the only one? No, it's not the only one.
What would you say the other one is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I would say Blanca Paloma is, I would say to an extent, My Sister's Crown, which we'll talk about. I think that would, those would be the three that I would say probably.
Okay.
Those would be the three.
Who would be the three? Yeah. Lewis, thoughts on Pasha Parfeni?
At this point, not much of a fan.
Die.
At this point, I wasn't much of a fan of Finland, and when we got to proper Eurovision, it grew on me. So I'm gonna give it time, and then if I become a fan, then
I will say, since our last recording, Lewis did reveal that he started singing a Vita Mott to himself. So
I
Heavy
did not
metal.
need you to reveal that on the pod. Not
No,
me
I
being
get it.
exposed. No,
It's-
yeah, it's definitely something that on first listen, I'm not really getting into it. What did I put? I put, what in the spiritual ritual is this? Yeah, I just I really couldn't get into it, but I guess it's just going to be something that I need to give time.
Girl, I love it. I will just listen to. I think it was one of the songs I listened and was like immediately like, this is going to be in my top 5 for the year.
Mhm.
Like it really is. It's that song for me. Like it's just, it's lovely. It's fun, and I really fucking love electro folk.
Mhm.
Blame Go A for that. It's just kind of my jam, and it takes me somewhere I don't know. And like, I
It hits
literally captioned one of my posts on Instagram the other day, so I actually Luna, because like that's the song was just giving in that moment.
I feel like
Go ahead.
okay. The one thing is that in the live performances, as someone who did watch the laggy is
Moldova
God.
stream. God, that was
Moldova, get your
awful.
shit together.
luckily this performance was not laggy. However, I think there were mic issues, or unless it's like he's super quiet when he's singing in that lower range.
It really felt like they don't have Ethernet cables in Moldova. That's
Probably not.
that's how it felt. I was watching like girl, someone unplugging, plug it back in again. Like
Someone made a tweet being like, "Yo, I've been sitting here for 10 minutes and I'm still listening to Let's Dance." Because the same thing happened to me.
There was a screenshot and everything.
Yeah.
I remember walking into
It
my
was
twins'
awful.
room and I just saw the screen frozen. And I was like, yo, wait, are you okay? They're like, hey, this is live.
Welcome to Moldova.
happening
This is
in real
live.
time.
This is
Like,
live.
I am very thrilled to say that I am supporting Moldova for the first time since 2020. I'm thrilled.
Yay! Wait,
And
Okay,
for
I was about to
the
say, like,
actual viewing experience of Eurovision, I am supporting Moldova this year.
What, Eris?
you didn't like Sugar?
Absolutely not.
no.
Death to all of
That
them.
high note at the
Okay,
climax
it's
was
not,
catchy.
it's not Natalia Gordienko though, because I loved Prison.
Prison.
Prison,
So
actually,
good.
I like
Sugar,
Prison.
not that. But
I felt
any
like she
other
was that girl.
thoughts? Any other thoughts on Pasha before we move on?
I have plenty of thoughts on Pasha, not that many on the song.
He better perform it with that little vest he had on with no shirt underneath, because otherwise the Euro fans will be disappointed.
No, it's the painted sun around his like chest too.
Great, love it.
That
I'm
artwork
in
is
support of all of
amazing.
that. I support all of that. I'm very excited. Please.
Watch when that's his postcard again.
Could you imagine if that's his postcard again?
oh my god.
Oh, that actually, like, I'm interested to see how the UK will do postcards this year. I don't know, so I'm intrigued.
Someone's face is getting project.
I will say, I don't know if there's any correlation but Gustav has already been in Liverpool. I don't know if he was just doing interviews or filming for postcards. So,
Well,
Daddy in
I
a
was gonna say-
hat.
Daddy in a hat.
we're probably going to expect to see someone projected upon the cliffs of Dover.
Probably.
yep.
Unless they're doing virtual postcards from Ukraine. I don't know how they're gonna do it.
That's true. Who knows?
I think something had been anyway, but that's a topic for another day. We're here. It's time.
Hey.
Loreen, Tattoo for Sweden. Let's take a listen. For that long, but thanks, love.
we love we love
We are using
We
it under
love-
fair use.
we love
I was gonna go
Sweden.
to it.
We love Sweden giving an up and coming artist a chance on the Eurovision stage. I really do.
Fuck off.
I really do.
Okay.
It's from
So,
Sweden, no less.
obviously-
Like,
Obviously, Loreen, winner of the 2012 Eurovision Song Contest with Euphoria.
We're
She
at the Fed
is
Qual.
stop that. She is, I'm happy to say, one of two Moroccan artists that are competing this year at Eurovision, along with Lazara for France. Among the songwriters for this song, obviously Loreen is one of them. Sam, I don't know if you're aware, but you'll be very happy to know that one of the songwriters on this song was Moa Karlbecker, aka Cassiopeia, who competed at Melody Festival in last year. I was wondering why, because when Loreen wins, Cassie is right next to her, and I was like, why? She is a co-writer on the song, as well as others, which include Jimmy Jansen, who co-wrote Cyprus's entry this year. Jimmy Joker, who also co-wrote this year's entry for Cyprus, as well as El Diablo for Cyprus. Voices from Tuesday and Adrenalina from 2021. Peter Bostrom, who was also a co-writer on Euphoria, as well as Amanecer for Spain in 2015, and Thomas Gison, who has composed such entries as Taboo for Malta in 2018, also co-wrote Amanecer for Spain in 2015, also was a composer on Warrior for Georgia in 2015, also composed and co-wrote Euphoria in 2012, among a lot of other wonderful entries for several countries in the contest. So I will also say, and I learned this from our semifinal running order reaction video, so thank you to whoever posted it. I don't remember who it was. Loreen is actually in the, because we were all a little confused as to why Loreen was so early in the running order. She is actually in the exact same running order spot that she was in semifinal 1 when she competed in 2012. Competed in semifinal 1, and she's in the exact same running order spot in 11th as she was when she won.
Damn.
So,
yes,
Same
thank
semifinal.
you, Nyan60 for pointing that
Yeah.
out.
thank you,
Nice.
yes, to that person. Yep, same semifinal, same place in the running order. So,
I mean,
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Am I right?
exactly.
what is there to say that has not already been said by countless people?
What I will say, I'm worried for this visually, considering what's been said regarding staging.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to think that they'd be able to think of something. I mean, this is a challenge for them. That you know, like you got how long until Eurovision, and you can't have your little LED sandwich. So come up with something new.
What if they had like a huge like tarp or blanket and they used that, but then there has to be a bunch of people dressed in black that are stretching it apart. So then that's gonna be like the thing that's like goes up and down. Maybe, but
Maybe.
it might be awkward.
I think they could honestly replicate the same thing if they just fog the stage enough. Like, because I
Exactly.
feel
Oh,
like
true.
because
Yeah.
there is that like back main stage area, but then there is that like runway to the platform in the middle. And I feel like she's
Yeah.
probably just gonna perform from there, which I think is a really smart idea. I think if they replicate things and with the way that they shoot her performance, I think you could really easily replicate that without, the giant panini press potentially squishing her. Yeah, that's honestly my only concern, because otherwise, like, they're gonna come up with something amazing.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is maybe the only 100% confirmed qualifier from this semifinal. I think we can all agree. Loreen will be in the final.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how
That means-
she's gonna do.
Yeah. Exactly. How do we think this holds up to Euphoria?
I really
I'm gonna unpopular opinion, maybe. I prefer this to Euphoria. I love Euphoria. Let me make that very clear. I'm someone who has listened to a lot of Loreen's discography. My favorite Loreen song is "I'm in It with You." Like that. Like I love that song. Truly, I was obsessed with Loreen before I knew that she won Eurovision. Like that's like my level of like obsessed with her. And her back catalog. If you have not listened to anything else that Loreen has put out, please do.
I know the Healing album is like regarded as like one of like the best like after post Eurovision, if I'm not mistaken. But yes.
Yeah, I'm not concerned. I will say I prefer this because this sounds more like something I would listen to in my everyday life than Euphoria does, but Euphoria is obviously one of the best songs to ever win Eurovision, period, end of story. So, yeah. But I prefer Tattoo.
Slay.
I prefer Tattoo. I don't know if I prefer Tattoo on the base. Sorry. I will say I don't know if I prefer Tattoo on the basis that I've heard Euphoria so many times that it's got a bit, if we're comparing this to when I heard Euphoria for the first time, I'm probably thinking Euphoria over Tattoo.
Right. I feel like if I were to like listen to both songs for the first time, I feel like I might have preferred Tattoo over Euphoria because I get a lot more emotion kind of evoked.
Yeah. Eris, I'm sorry, I didn't want to talk over you.
Eris, wherever you are. Anyways.
Wherever
I think with this song, like I really liked that there are like very apparent like dynamics in terms of like volume levels. Because I know I noticed like especially with like the electronic based songs, they lack a little bit of that. Like they lack a little bit of dynamic, which then can limit how good their live performance can be. But no, this was crazy, and then obviously like that adds in with all like the emotion that comes with it as well. So yeah, no, I'm a big fan of this song too.
I truly think Mother was mothering.
Yeah,
it's a good song. Like I enjoy it. I think it kind of lives in the shadow of Euphoria just a little bit. I don't think this song is as great as everyone is making it out to be. Maybe that's just because it's not personally my taste. It's a little bit on the ballady side.
Sure.
But Loreen's serving cunt like the children are starving. She knows what she needs to do, and she's going to come and do it. And she chose a great city to have a song called Tattoo on it. In it.
Yeah.
I make a point in my head.
My question now is, what Swedish city do you think we will be going to next year?
Ulu.
Stockholm again. Friends Arena though, rather than the Globe. I love the Globe, but the Friends Arena where they do the Malfest final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Ulu.
Go ahead, Eris. I'm so sorry.
For me, it's either going to be Oulu or Helsinki.
Helsinki's in
Oh.
Finland.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
It very well might be.
We'll talk about
We
it.
might-
We
might
will
go
in
to
this
Hel-
video. Yeah,
Tell me why I was also thinking Helsinki.
I'm not there.
I mean,
We'll,
I was like,
we'll see.
no, because in my
I-
mind, I'm like, I only
if
know.
they cha-cha-cha enough.
Sorry, in my mind, I only know like 2 Swedish cities, being Stockholm and Malmo. So I'm like,
Where's Rasmus from? Give it.
Malmo!
Rasmus? No, Rasmus is
Finland.
in community
Fin-
Rasmus, not
not the Rasmus.
not the
oh,
Not
yeah.
the
Rasmus.
friend-
as in-
Not the Rasmus. Absolutely not.
No, Rasmus Landers.
I love you,
I'm
Rasmus, and
excited.
the Rasmus.
Well, not us
I just-
doxing him. We said his
No.
full name and what city he's in.
We said his full name, and I also just tried to Google Swedish Rasmus, as if it would tell me where Rasmus was from.
Anyway, I'm excited for a potential timeline where we get Sweden winning again, and next year the host entry is Cassiopeia singing something fabulous.
Divas, I need to I'll be back. Carry on.
Cool. Bye.
Cassiopeia.
Carry on or carry out? Anyways,
Not yet. Well, not yet. We're not there yet.
yeah.
But next up is Azerbaijan. we have
This-
the duo of TuralTuranX with Tell Me More. Let's take a listen.
Oh boy.
That was a short snippet, thank you, of Tell Me More by TuralTuranX representing Azerbaijan.
These poor fucking boys. I swear to God, the lineup said, "Let's bury these twinks."
What I will say, this song does not stand a shot in hell of qualifying.
Mm-mm.
I do enjoy it at times.
Well, you
Yeah.
say it doesn't stand a shot at qualifying, but that depends how much the Azeri delegation are willing to pay for it to qualify.
True.
I mean, I was gonna say it is a solid song. Like if you're in that type of mood, then it is a good song. But like to me, it's like what I would typically think of, like the stereotypical type of song. If you're to think like indie pop / rock, is like this type of song, especially with like the filtered vocals, all the instrumentation. It's very generic. And like I often find myself having to replay the song just to remember how it sounded like. It's not even because I like it. So
I will say this. I heard it for the first time, and it reminded me of the Beastie Boys. Like it gave me a very like 70s sort of like beachy pop, but like turned down a couple like notches.
Sure.
It's something. This is honestly maybe the song that sounds the most like what I listen to outside of Eurovision music. But with that said, like it's not my favorite by a long shot. This was written, composed, and all of that by the twins themselves. There's a couple other composers on this, but it's pretty much them doing it. I hate that this starts with "Your call has been forwarded to an automated." I hate that. I hate it so much. I thought that was just a part of the music video. And then when I heard the recorded version, I was like, absolutely not. You included this in the studio. This is how you got the 3 minutes? No.
Yo, but like hear me out though. If that was hold music, I would be vibing like fully.
Oh, yeah.
But
Elevator
it's
music?
not.
Absolutely. A cat.
Hey, baby.
Where's the veggies though?
Come on, Eris.
Veggies.
And pussy.
Yep.
Sorry, in my Slovenian era. So as I was this song is, you know what? We've got something for this. Let me show you.
Oh?
What is it?
Oh, no. I'm scared.
Oh, he's got something ready.
Oh no. The anticipation. Yeah.
Perfectly inoffensive award goes to the Tarantula Brothers. I'm sorry, this song, it's fine. It's completely okay. I will listen to it on occasion, minus the I don't know where you are. Like, no one cares. Get rid of that. Yeah, they were already on the struggle bus in this semi-final, made more so by their following a former Eurovision winner with a very popular song and being followed up by another good act.
Yeah.
Their lineup, the organizers basically said, we're going to destroy these twinks with this fucking lineup.
Hi, Lewis.
Speaking of twinks, hi.
Hi, twink.
You made it back
Hiya.
just in time to talk about how much you enjoy this song.
Twin case.
Listen, I do love this song. It's not qualifying, bless it. But you know, it's cutesy. It's a nice mellow song to, you know, like I don't think there's any song that could be compared. I mean, I don't think it's the only song that I think is cutesy and mellow in the way it is this year. It's just got a tough draw and it's got qualifying. I love it. It's something that will stay with me, but it's not going to be there on the Saturday. Bless its heart. Yeah, that's all I'll say.
Can we just talk about how you've got a better connection walking around the street of Manchester than you do in your own flat? Manchester 5G.
I feel very attacked.
I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
You sound clear as day. Holy.
And it's
Literally.
night.
I'm literally gonna do every video from now on. Like I'll be like, wait, are we gonna do a video?
Walking down Canal Street.
Literally, walking down Canal Street.
On her way to Bar
Way
Pop.
downtown.
On my way to Bar Pop, I can do like interviews on the way. Be like, what do you think of this song?
And it's just gonna be one of the queens barking outside of Wharf Chambers like, yeah, hello, what you want?
I love this song.
I mean, as long as you mute yourself in between, I don't care where you do it.
Oh yeah, completely.
Right.
Thank you.
So as for me, so no doubt, perfectly inoffensive. However, with each listen, aside from the first 30 seconds with the voice conversation and whatever, it starts to get ever so slightly less inoffensive. Similar to like what you said about like Ireland, Logan.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I also feel about Azerbaijan, except obviously I like this a lot better than Ireland. I wish them the best of their careers. I would love to hear more music from them.
Yeah.
They're not winning. They're not qualifying.
They're not qualifying.
No. We've talked about it a little bit too. It's so intriguing because this is like the last thing I ever expected Azerbaijan to send.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like coming off of the disaster of whatever the fuck his name was last year, and then
That cheated.
obviously whatever. I don't care about them.
Sang
Was
really
probably-
high.
I'm still mad over the fact that Andrea did not qualify from North Macedonia. So
Not even
whatever.
Ronella?
That's Ranella wasn't going to qualify. I've finally come to the point where I'm like, Ranella wouldn't have qualified, and this year I don't think she would have qualified either. But that's beyond the point.
If
Any
you
other
can't win Una Voce,
what?
if you can't win Una Voce, you can't expect to fucking qualify. We're not
Oh,
even
no,
expecting
she
the
won
winners to
Unavote,
qualify.
She wasn't qualifying this year, and I love Ranella dearly, but no. Anyway, any other thoughts on Azerbaijan?
No, I really love the lightheartedness of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, it made me feel fuzzy. And like it only made me feel like that's their hair. Fuzzy.
Unbrushed.
Tangled.
Nappy. It makes you want to go to sleep. Nappy.
Some of me is father hair.
Not.
Oh, never mind.
Mothers.
Next up is Czechia with Vesna. The song is My Sister's Crown. Let's take a listen. That was My Sister's Crown by Vesna, representing Czechia. No longer the Czech Republic at Eurovision. No, ma'am. We are Czechia this year. This isn't a very interesting group. So half of the members are Czech. And then we have, of the members, one of them, I believe, is Bulgarian, one is Ukrainian, and one is Russian.
The rap is in Bulgarian.
What?
The rap in the song is in Bulgarian.
Yeah, so the song itself is simultaneously in English, Czech, Ukrainian, and Bulgarian. Like you said, Eris, the rap is in Bulgarian. There's several composers, writers that are a part of this group as well. Among the stage directors for Czechia that we have confirmed is Vitek Beloradsky. Again, I'm saying that wrong. I'm so sorry. Who did the stage direction for Lights Off last year for We Are Domi. So if that makes me very, very excited about staging for this song, because I loved We Are Domi. And I love this song. This song has been talked about time and time again as like when this won ESCZ, everyone was like, "Oh my god, winner! Oh my god, winner!" And it's still they're currently landing 7th in the betting odds currently. This has a really good shot. I'm a big fan of this song. Have been since it came out. Thrilled. And this won by a significant margin in ESCZ.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Adam Misick and his hosting conditions.
Oh god. Shout out to Rodan and Introvert Party Club, because that is a great song.
And Pam Rabbit with Ghosting.
And Pam Rabbit. So.
Yeah.
My sister,
even though
This is your moment. Ha!
For me.
For you.
This is a collective of mothers. They stepped out of Mother Lake all across Europe and united to this pan-European sleigh. I will be performing this at the first opportunity I get and handing out little party crowns to the audience.
That's cute.
No, it's a damn good song. It's really fucking well written as well. And like, I don't know, there's something so fucking badass about a band of all women singing this like strong fucking feminist anthem. Like, it kicks ass.
We almost had it last year with Iceland.
Yeah, I agree though. It is such an epic song. Also, this with headphones was a great experience.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap. But like, I was talking about earlier how, a lot of electronic songs that I've noticed in this year's entries lacked dynamic, but this song does it right. Like, they have all the theatrics within the music and probably within their staging too, now that you've mentioned the stage director. So I'm excited to see this live, and this is definitely one of the, like, I would put this in my top 5, honestly.
Yeah.
Lewis?
Sam?
I love this. So, Lewis?
Sam?
Okay. Anyways.
Eris.
Yeah. This wasn't even close in terms of like the national finals for the ESCZ. I really like this. I enjoy the female empowerment of it all. Again, like Migs mentioned before, listening to this with headphones is truly like an experience. Like it's giving eargasm. And I don't know. It's just like I love kind of the mightiness of it all. Similar to what we get from like Queen of Kings. I feel like we get that with this too.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean the chorus translates to "My beautiful sister, you are so strong, brave, and the only one. The crown is yours." So like, it's hello.
That hit.
Lewis. Lewis.
Mother.
Okay, I don't know. This one confused me. It felt like there was a lot going on, and I can say that for a lot of these songs, to be honest. But at least with the other ones, it felt like organized chaos, whereas this one just felt like chaos that I couldn't hook onto. And for me, at least, listen, this for me.
I think that's fair.
My opinion changes like the wind, so we'll see.
I understand that critique. I will disagree with your wrong opinion, just because I feel like with some of the other songs, like I get less organization, and in this one, I understand the organization fully. But that's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm on that side of it too. As I mentioned, the song just does it right.
Mothers.
And yeah, no. I would also I see it because like I know like it's like also like talking to other people I've known in like my real life about like their musical taste. They are definitely not into like what this song offers, but if you just open your mind to it, holy crap, is it powerful?
Yeah. Yep.
If it isn't obvious, I love this song.
I love that for you. That makes me very happy. Shall we move along?
Let's move.
Work.
You can sure try.
Second to last in our running order for the semifinal is Netherlands. We have Mia Nicolai and Dion Cooper with the song Burning Daylight. Sam, let's take a listen.
We're gonna
Depressing Al.
That was a short snippet of the introduction of Mia Nicolai and Dion Cooper, Burning Daylight for Netherlands. Now, among songwriters on this song is good old Duncan Lawrence, who I found out his last name, not Lawrence.
What the fuck is it?
It's his name is Duncan Demoor or Demoor, which sounds a lot more Dutch, if you ask me. Lawrence is probably his middle name, if I had to take a guess. But yes, Mia and Dion were both part of the songwriting experience, but Duncan Lawrence, famously who won the 2019 contest with Arcade, is a songwriter composer on this song as well, and you definitely can tell. Know Duncan's discography, and you're familiar with Arcade. You can see the Duncan Lawrence influence on this song. But yeah, thoughts on Burning Daylight?
I
don't know much about Nicolai, but Celine Dion Cooper Trooper is really killing it for me.
Work.
It's a good song. I enjoy listening to it in the car when I'm falling asleep.
Seems
That's
to be
not
a
a range
pattern for you.
I think with this song,
asleep to ballads.
I think with this song being a duet, the one thing I was really looking for was blending between the two singers, and that's what I got, was nice blending between the two singers. And for like what the song like was presenting, like I think it did a good job. In comparison with the other songs, it's not like my favorite, but I do like this song as well.
Yeah, what Eurovision was missing last year was a duet between singers that could actually compete with each other. in terms of vocal ability, and we got it this year, which is and that was fully a Drenko Blanco. I love Blanco, but he could not compete with Mahmoud's vocals last year. Yeah, this song is so depressing, but I love depressing. Give me depressing music every day. Yeah, I love this so much.
Yeah, I really like this. And so I remember listening to this with Lewis, and I remember Lewis saying like, "Oh, this is probably one of the best duets we've ever heard in Eurovision in a while," and I agree with that.
Yeah.
I just can't remember who I last heard as a duet. Maybe
I have a great suggestion, Lewis. Sister! I'm
They
kidding.
deserve so much better.
no, don't, because I loved that song and it was so robbed.
Oh, I did too.
Iceland.
I'm sorry, 0 points.
Iceland.
Huh? Iceland?
When?
Sister.
No, Germany.
No, I'm talking about Sister from Germany with Sister. Or Sisters from Germany with Sister.
I see it in your eyes.
Not Sigabetta and Eileen.
Aileen, yeah.
Well,
Aileen, thank you. AKA Sister.
ich
That
spreche
vote-
kein Deutsch.
That vote reveal sticks
Aber
like as a core memory of like, I'm sorry, Germany, 0 points. Like that was like
ich habe zwei Schwestern.
the moment.
Maybe, honestly, I can't think of anything that is this good as a duet, other than, I'm going to say Running Scared. I think it's the last time I really felt this powerful by a duet.
Actually,
Oh,
no.
You know what, actually. Sorry, Eris, you can go first.
I'm going to stop you right there. Oh, well, it was technically the same year and the year before. But I think the greatest duets we've ever had from Eurovision definitely come from Jedward. Okay,
Sam,
I
what
might
were
be
you gonna say
joking about
before?
lipstick. I might be.
So
not
actually,
done.
my mind ended up in terms of duets, if it counts, say yes from Denmark.
Say yes.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no,
Forget
no.
what I said. Ben and Tan.
No. That's the Trauma song.
Oh.
That's the song
Well,
I
for
listen
you,
to and
it's-
think about my ex.
For you,
Oh,
it's not good. For me, love it.
I
will
still
say-
love it, but every time I listen to it, I'm like, God damn, he really did just say no.
I'll say yes. to
I'll
that.
say yes too.
Say yes,
But yes, with this, I really enjoyed it. Like Meg said, the blending's nice. I also love their unison as well.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. I find it so crazy how much they kind of sound as one when Dion sings up that octave with Mia.
Yeah, I agree. That's often hard to get when you have, two singers who are different genders. That's very hard to get.
And I love that this is not a duet about lovers. This is just
Oh,
two
yeah.
singers singing two separate but very similar experiences in this song. That's what I love the most about it. Is it's like they're not trying to push any sort of like love, whatever. It's like we are separately but together singing about our shared but togethered experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh god.
And the video was really cool.
The video is gorgeous. I fear for this song, it is not in a great running order position.
Yeah.
I think it could slip through the cracks potentially. I don't want it to. Overall, I don't know how this will do because I was unsure about how Estienne would do last year, and she got what 10th,
She got 11th.
11th. Yeah, it was somewhere around there. I hope for the same result from Mia and Dion, honestly. Because I
11th?
enjoyed it. Yeah, sure. No, that's Pasha's spot. Pasha can get 11th again.
Suavely.
Shall we move along?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Cool. Our second to last song of the day and the last song in the running order for semifinal 1. Eris, just give me a second to get through the intro and then I will let you go on and on about how much you love this song. Last up in the running order for semifinal 1 is Finland, Käärijä with Cha Cha Cha. Let's take a listen. That has been a snippet of Cha 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 by Käärijä, representing Finland, winner of UMK this year by, it wasn't even close.
It wasn't even close.
Not even close. He is the only songwriter on this song, fun fact. So,
Okay, first of all, can I say? Oh no, Eris, no,
That's fine. Go ahead, girl.
Okay, please listen to Käärijä's other music because it's amazing.
yeah, it is.
When I tell you, this tiny little Finnish idiot, I am in love with this man. There is not a fault between those eyes other than it's crazy, it's party. And this was actually, I think this was the first Eurovision song for this year I actually properly listened to. And it's going to be my number 1 for the entire season. I am so sorry. Like, it's in the lines of, like, Hatred Bun Sigra if it was also a Venga Bus remix. I don't know how to explain it. It's like if you yassified Hatari. Like, I love this kind of shit. It's such a good fucking song, and I live for Käärijä's, like, aesthetic. I also just love that he's really short and doesn't speak English because he's so precious. I'm in love.
Wait, he's short?
Yes, he's short.
Yeah, he's like probably 5'4", if I had to take a guess.
That tiny he is so dumb and so tiny, and I just love him. That is my Finnish husband.
I'm not gonna reveal my height. That's okay.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, the floor's open.
No, I am obsessed with this. Logan.
He's 5'4".
There is no shame in that.
I
He's
want to give him
162 centimeters tall, and I love him and his stupid
damn.
neon green bolero. I love this man.
It is not stupid.
Did he find it? He found his bolero, right?
He found
He
it.
did,
He found it. He found it.
Okay, that's okay.
the news made, like, the Finnish press, like, was there to like live video report on the exchange of the handover.
I'm dead. No,
That whole
I
timeline
love
of events. The whole timeline of events was so precious. Like, he lost it, and then his family found it, and he went to see them the next day to pick it up, and they got photos, and they got Korea merch. Like, that was so precious. Yeah, it's a good song.
Yo, imagine if that was a whole stunt. I think it worked.
We go cha cha cha. We go da 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 da.
Yeah. I think this is kind of like you. I think like with this song, this is what I think of when you put the phrase, or like when you have like the phrase, like, you know, put everything all together. This is the song I think of because it's chaotic, but it's good. Like it's I don't know how to. It's very unique, but it definitely scratches a good spot in like the back of my brain or whatever. It's great. I don't know.
In the words of Finnish poet laureate and tiny idiot Käärijä, it's crazy. It's party.
No, it's great things.
It's great.
No,
things.
that interview he did when he won UMK was so fucking cute. He's like, "Hi, my name's Käärijä. I just won something, and I'm repressing the Finland in Eurovision."
I love this man.
Just good vibes. I want to give his forehead a little kiss. I'm not gonna lie.
I will say he is also one of 2 men currently in the top 10 of the betting odds. He is number 2.
Yeah, not
Loreen. This year, honestly, I feel for, like we said earlier, this is a good year of songs. It is not the most competitive year because I think we can all kind of agree it's gonna come down to Loreen or Käärijä. Like, that's kind of where everybody's minds are already going.
Yeah, it's a 2-horse race.
Yeah. with I maybe can think of a third horse, maybe.
Emphasis on May.
No, actually, I don't necessarily think it's May. I think it's Alessandra,
Who's that again?
Queen of Kings.
Oh,
I think there's going to be a lot of competition for 3rd through 5th, and I see May. I see May in that mix. I see Alessandra in that mix. I see Blanca Paloma in that mix.
I see Tia and
I
Selena in
see
that mix.
Vesna in that mix.
Are we talking about I Wrote a Song Tonight?
You do not
No.
see TuralTuran in that
No.
mix.
Okay, well, I'm going to say this.
No,
one.
I didn't.
Did someone say they see TuralTuran in that mix? Or
said
am I
see-
hearing?
Stevie Wonder.
No,
So,
I
like,
said I see Tia and Selena in that mix.
Okay, I thought you said TuralTuran. I was like, there's no way in
This is
hell.
what happens when you do podcasting on the move, Lewis.
So
you don't
what-
hear things properly.
What I would say this about like May Miller then is her willingness to like be involved and be like very much a Eurovision fan going to Eurovision is what's gonna keep her on the high left side of the board, I feel.
Yeah.
Because she's engaging in the fans in like a really fucking beautiful way, and I love that.
We're talking about
Okay.
May in our next episode, which I'm
Yes.
very thrilled about.
Back to the
So,
song.
back to Käärijä.
I want to give him a little kiss.
This song's
Me too.
amazing. Me too. No, you know what I love? It's the fact that the backup dancers too are super like aggressive. The facial expressions, the staging's amazing.
Who was it that had to be a backup dancer for him at UMK?
Oh yeah, it was
Prime
like
Minister?
an official for UMK because there wasn't
Yeah.
anyone else.
Yeah, it was literally like I think the guy
The one
who
that Käärijä
won-
sat on.
Yeah, the one that Käärijä sat on in the performance was, I think, like the president of UMK or something like that. Like,
I'm like, this dude. How did
No
how does
one
he
else
know
knew
that?
No,
how
it,
to-
president,
no,
it was a guy who looked like the president of Finland.
no, but he was like a high up official at UMK.
Mhm.
Like he
Oh my
looked
gosh.
like a former president, so people thought it was. But no, he was like someone that works for UMK specifically and works for the broadcaster. Had to fill in last minute because no one else knew how to do the dance.
Hey, props to him.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on Cha Cha Cha?
Amazing.
Great song.
It's crazy.
No other
It's funny.
comment.
It's
It's
great.
great
things.
Yeah. So last up in our coverage for today is going to be our Big Six entry, the last of the Big Six countries that are voting in this semifinal, and that is Italy. Marco Mengoni with Due Vite. Let's take a listen.
Wait, sorry.
I just realized I'm not voting in
Because I was super
semi-final
carried away
one.
and talking about Käärijä.
No.
We're gonna wait a bit. We're just gonna
I'm so sorry for you realizing now that you are voting in semifinal two. I'm so
And
sorry.
I'm not going to see May Muller live.
Oh, I just guessed that timing too.
He really is Italian.
That was a clip of Marco Mengoni, Due Vite for Italy. Auto qualified for the final, obviously. This is the third of the artists, the third of, I think, four. Is it 4 artists this year that are returning?
I think there's only
3 or 4.
3.
Oh,
Unless
do
there's
we have all of them in one video?
unless there's one in the second semi.
I don't think so. So we may have
I
talked
have
about
some-
all of the returning artists today in this one video. Marco competed the year after Pasha and Loreen did in 2013, represented Italy with L'Essenziale, and he placed 7th. I love that when we talked about San Remo, I did not realize that he had gone to Eurovision prior. So I love that.
I feel like a lot of people forget about 2013.
Yeah. And among the composers for this song, composer and writer for this song is David Petrella, whose only Eurovision credit is stripper. This man's Eurovision credits are stripper and Due Vite.
That's an interesting combo.
He's versatile. He's versatile.
I want to start this one because I've said it several times off pod, but like I frequently forget about this song, and it's no shade because I like it. It's just I'll be talking about like the male ballads, and I'm like, oh yeah, 3 male ballads for the year, and I'll go Switzerland, Cyprus, and Greece, and then it's always Sam that's like, and Italy. And I always forget about this song. And every time it comes on, I'm like, wait, I love this song so much.
Also one of the main reasons I remember it so much is because we had to because we did when we recorded Super Saturday, we were waiting on the results for San Remo, and that's how we
literally waiting on San Remo.
I have some horrifying forbidden information.
Oh.
Victor Venikos representing Greece is 16.
Yes. You didn't know that?
Riley representing Denmark is 26.
You didn't know that?
No.
Riley's 26?
Look at these two and tell me.
Yeah, this has been a whole scandal.
Anyway, what do you think about Italy, Eris?
I don't really care. The song, like, really, I don't. Maybe because it's a ballad, but it's just,
Okay.
You know what I mean? I also just feel like comparing it to what's that song? What was the song called that that Diodato performed for 2020?
Fire Amore.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No Italian ballad will ever compete with that for me.
Okay.
I guess because it's so comparable to, at least for me, it's so comparable to Fire Amore. That's why I love it so much. I loved Fire Amore. I just loved. I think Italy's on a streak for me where I've enjoyed all of their most recent entries. It's something about the Italian language, to be honest.
That's a holy crap that dude could sing. He's got range. Like,
Pipes.
Wow.
It is typical Italy.
Is it really? I mean, I'm a newer.
Okay. I will say it does sound like an Italian entry. Like, I mean, okay, A, because it's Italian, and B, because it's. Yes, I know. But B, because it's like straight out the same wheelhouse they had in 2020. So, I don't know.
Fair.
But I do love
like,
it.
No,
as a newer fan, I love it. I've actually haven't seen like all, like, I'll tell you right now, especially for those watching, the first year I followed Eurovision was 2021, and I didn't even follow I didn't even know the qualifiers. So okay, cool.
Yeah, I will say since Italy's return to Eurovision in 2011, 7 of their entries have been, 8 of their entries have been male-led ballads.
That's a lot.
So with the only real non-ballads being Zitti e Buoni, Occidentali's Karma,
and Soldi.
I put Soldi in that category too. I did. No, I put No Degree of Separation, and then there were 2 women that represented in 2012 and 2014. Every entry has been a male-led, like, ballad-ish, slower song. And I mean, to be fair, they do well every time they do that. The 3 women that have represented for Italy since their return in 2011 placed 9th, 21st, and 16th, respectively. And the 2014 and 2016 entries are the only times since their return that Italy has been outside of the top 10.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean,
keep
doing what you're doing. I do love Marco because in his acceptance speech when he won San Remo, he was like, I would love to see more women up here because the entire top 5 of San Remo this year were men. So I do really appreciate what he's saying. And there were a lot of fabulous female entries this year at San Remo. I'm thrilled with one. Madame,
Georgia.
but, yeah, Anna Oxa is growing on me as well. I will be honest.
Anyways,
but no, I love this song. The title translates to 2 lives. If you look at the lyrics, they are powerful. Like it's a story, and it's so beautifully done. His live vocal is strong. I honestly do think we are going to get another year of Italy in the top 10. If not, he's going to be right outside of it.
Yeah,
I think.
I don't see him going any lower than the left side of the board.
I don't either.
His live vocal is insane.
I still need to listen to L'Essentiale.
I prefer Due Vite, but L'Essentiale is fantastic.
Yeah, because I kind of want to see kind of that growth over 10 years.
Oh, there's a lot of growth. There's a lot of growth. But yeah, I enjoy this song a lot.
Amazing.
We'll see where it falls in the running order for the final. So, any other thoughts on Italy?
No.
It's amazing.
Great song.
I think with this song, I'd also love to hear an acoustic version of this.
Sure. Did you listen to the studio version of it, Megs, or did you watch the live performance from San Remo?
I listened to the studio version.
I did show you the live performance though.
I was going to say, go back and watch the live performance because you will probably get a little bit of that you're looking for with like an acoustic situation. Because at San Remo, everyone performs with a live orchestra. So
true.
You get a lot of that like acoustic kind of like sound that you're looking for from like pretty much every entry. So,
okay.
Well, before we go, we have to give our faves and our shitters for the week. So, can we all? Because I know we're probably all gonna say Sweden. Can we just like put Loreen in a different category? And so, other than Loreen,
no, because watch when we all say Käärijä.
I'm actually for my fave. I'm choosing between 2.
I might go last and say something different than everybody else. But Lewis, other than Loreen, what is your favorite song this week?
If someone could access my folder.
Sure.
My favorite for this week is Finland.
It's crazy. It's party. It's great things.
Great. Eris?
As you can all imagine, this was probably a very hard decision for me. With that being said, my favorite this week was Poland. My favorite of the week is actually a very it's crazy, it's party kind of track with Finland.
All right, Sam.
The from one bowl cut to another, from the queen of bowl cuts to the king of bowl cuts. It's Finland.
There.
He is representing. Representing.
Megs.
Refreshing.
I am not gonna say Finland. I'm actually going to say Czechia as my favorite. That for sure. At least from what I've been listening to, like that tends to be the more memorable song because of like what it does offer compared. And the thing is, they like Czechia and Finland. I was choosing between those two, but like they both offer very unique things to Eurovision, and I love them both for it. So yeah, I choose Czechia over Finland.
So I was going back and forth between 4, actually.
Sure.
I landed on 1. I did have both Czechia and Finland in sort of my whole situation. I've ended up choosing Moldova. Pasha really, he does very well here. There's just a wealth of good songs in this episode that we talked about today, though. So it really could have been, honestly, one of 7. I'm so sorry. Did that pick up on my mic?
Yes, Mama.
Great. We never get flyovers here. Really, really, rarely ever. I'm choosing Pasha. I think it's different. It's giving that, ethno-electric folk sound that I've grown to love over the last couple of years at Eurovision. So today it's going to be Pasha for me. But every song that we talked about today was really good. So with that said, we're going to start with Lewis again.
I haven't.
See, I think you already saw it.
Can we not just
I
put it
was
all at the
judging.
same time?
No, because Lewis has a different answer, actually.
Of course I do, and
Listen.
you should know that it was going to be a different answer. I'm taking no further questions. Thank you.
Whatever.
So everyone, if you can see where Lewis's tag for Twitter is below, I need you to go to that page and report it.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm
Oh.
kidding. It was
Aaron,
that I was
you
going to
wanna
encourage
be
people
here.
to follow.
Eris, you know what they did to you when they did it.
Yeah,
Girl, that was
Eris is the
different.
last person who should be speaking about getting their account reported. And on that note, what's your shitter, Eris?
Unfortunately, the Tarantula Twinks is going to be you. I'm so sorry. Azerbaijan. Yeah. You come from Azerbaijan, but after semi-1, you will be Azerbaijan.
That was a good one.
That
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Sam?
Tell me more about.
Don't.
I still really like it though. I still
Yeah.
like it.
It is. It's not a bad song.
It's not
Megs.
Duran. I mean, TuralTuran. Tell me more.
Not Duran.
Yeah, Sam.
Boom,
Thank
Turan.
I like listening to it, but of
Aneesa.
everybody here, that was my least favorite.
Boom, Turan. Hindi mo.
Oh my god, don't you
Like that song was like Sad Boy Hours, but you're at the end of the playlist.
literally.
Yeah.
Well, that's that. We will be back next Friday. I swear to God. I have a day of podcasting to do. Fuck off.
That song was too plain.
Look at you! Yes!
We in
so
the-
nice.
Oh, Lewis has been chased.
Oh, well. We will be back next Friday.
I am not being chased. Someone's like live streaming the podcast right now, and like they're coming to find me.
Well, it's fine. We'll be back next week talking about the first half of semifinal 2. Ooh, very excited. So we'll be back doing that with songs that include Denmark, Armenia, Romania, Estonia, Belgium, Cyprus, Iceland, Greece, as well as Spain and the UK.
Oh.
We already did France, Eris. You were literally here for it. You quite literally were here. So, with that being said, like,
Physically.
comment, share, subscribe. We've got a lot of Eurovision content on the way. Migs will be back because I'm making him.
Woo.
Woo! Cheers.
We
Cheers.
go cha 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 ba da 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 da.
Nico
We
cha
go
cha
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 cha.
cha cha cha.